Hello everyone and welcome to an unusual time for me to do a Facebook Live. It is Thursday, August the 5th, and I'm coming to you from Alberta, Canada. My name is Lillian Kemp and my brand name is Stamper's Niche, and I'm so glad you could join me today, or if you're watching this later, welcome too. Now, why am I coming live to you at this unusual time for me? Usually it's Monday evenings. Well, last Tuesday when I was doing a Facebook Live, I showed you this basket of goodies that are all done with new product from the Mini Catalogue. And I really wanted to hop on and show them to you. So today's Facebook Live is sharing all this happy mail that I have received in my mailbox in the last couple of weeks. Most of these I have not made myself. What it was is that I made a set of card, and I made, I think it was 25 or 30 of them, and then I sent them out to that many people, and that many people have been sending them back to me. So I've had this happy mail coming, and it's just a joy to go to the mailbox, and some is still coming. So I will have more to share with you later, but here is a lot. So let's go down to my desk and see what the happy mail is all about. All right, so let's get it focused in here. So everything is going to be celebrating this catalog here. Yes, I have some samples from the celebration catalog, but I'm saving that for another day. Just trying to get the camera to hold steady in one place. There we go. Now if I can get that up. So Fran, you can't wait to see the samples. Oh yay, they are wonderful. I have to say, I am loving every one of them. So just have to share to my other spot, and there we go. Sorry, I tend to talk to myself. I don't know if any of you do, but I do. Now, I've put all of these markers in to help me find stuff. So this isn't really a catalog walkthrough, but it sort of is, I guess. So we're just going to start. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this glare. There we go. And first off, right here in this basket here, I showed you this card the other night, but I just wanted to re-show it. This card here uses the heart from here. I did not have that, so I put something else in there. But here it is right here. So cute. It uses some new ribbon and these snowflakes. They are fabulous. Okay, now let's move on to my next marker. So my next marker is right here. Now, right here is the suite that's called Wrap It Up. So it's like that. And there's this, and this is actually a sample, and this one I really want to make. So this is the Merry Snowflakes bundle. Now, when I first looked at this, I thought, oh, I think I've got enough snowflakes. I don't need this. And then I received this card in a swap, and I realized I didn't look very closely at the dies. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there is etching in all along here. So there is a die that just makes little etch marks, and they look like little snowflakes. They're fabulous. And each of the snowflakes has all kinds of stitching on them. So, and then the stamps are gorgeous. So, needless to say, I decided that maybe I do need that bundle after all. So, and this is some new ribbon. So, just sharing that. Now, let's look at my next marker. My next marker is here, and this is another suite. And this is on page 16 and 17, so the Painted Christmas. So we see all these gorgeous samples here. And then over here, some of the products. And so one of the, let me just turn over the page, because then you can see the stamp sets a little more closely. So how this works is these two bundles, the one on page 18 And the one on page 19, you can use them individually or they also worked together beautifully. So this card right here uses the stamps from here for the background. It has some of the new ruffled ribbon, the red ruffled ribbon. That is so, so neat. And the stamp is actually from a different stamp set altogether. Then also in the background, I don't know if you can see, they've used the Merry Melody 3D embossing folder, which is really neat. So there is that sample. Now I have another sample that features some of the stamps from here and the words "Friends like you make this season special." Now, although all the samples in the book look kind of Christmassy, this one looks totally like fall, doesn't it? Just by changing up the papers, the ink colors, we get a totally different look. So that's using this stamp right there. And I just love it. I love how she's put the twine on top here. And then, of course, these are some new of the new matte dots. Can't talk here. All right, so now let's look at the next marker. Here is one, just color alone catches your eye. It's on page 24 and 25. And so some unusual colors for Christmas, but yet they're fresh and alive. And these snowflakes are making a big impression everywhere. And remember, if you like everything on this page, you can enter one number and get it all. So just a little reminder. And the other night I showed you some samples from there. So this uses this paper, and then the little trees are from the bundle. So from the dies. So there's that. And then there was this one here, the little trees again. So there we go. There's just a couple there. And again, just a refresher from last night, this one stamp here, and it doesn't even have to be a Christmas card. So there we go right there. And I should be telling you the names of the people who shared these cards with me. I will try to remember here. So let's look over at this page right here. This is a bundle with a punch. So the punch punches out the holly leaves and berries. So that is neat. And then there's some gorgeous sayings here. And I received this card from my friend Karen. She was part of this swap group as well. And look what she did with the envelope as well. She even used the embossing folder on the envelope. She does that quite often, and it's gorgeous. So beautiful card there. This Evening Evergreen is from the annual catalog, as is the embossing folder. So this embossing folder is one of the narrow ones, and there are 2 in a package. So that's where that comes from. And here's the bird here. She's left the front with no words at all, so it doesn't have to be Christmas, right? So there's that. And let's go on to the next page here. And that is, we're going to look at this stamp set right here, and we're going to look at this sample right here. So this person actually cased that sample, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful sponging, beautiful coloring. To me, that looks like a lot of work, but it is beautifully done. And this was done by Kim Lewis. So Kim, thank you. I'm so impressed with that. Okay, so let's move on some more here. And let's look at that's why I had the card here. I have another one here. These words here, if you're like me and you love words, especially different words for Christmas cards, here's a good one here. And the next card is going to showcase this one right here. So it's some of that designer paper we saw earlier. It's specialty. Some of that ribbon that was with that designer paper. This, and then I'm going to show you where the candy canes come from in just a moment. So let's turn over the page to here. And right here we have this really neat stamp set, and you can change the bottom part of the figure with the top part. So this could be birthday, not Christmas, and this could be fall. So I love it when I can get lots of different uses out of one stamp set. And here are some samples from that. So that's on page 32. Here is one here. So the person is carrying lots of presents. And this is from Winona. So Winona made that one. And then here's another one, and done with totally different color schemes. And here it is like this, and sending love. So this could be for any season, not just Christmas. And this is gorgeous ribbon, by the way, too. So this is done by Donna. All right. And then, of course, these little penguins, they caught my eye right off the bat, and I'm going to be doing some things with them, but let me just show you a couple here. So here is just a little note card, just with stamps, ink, and paper. I love you a lot'll. It's like a little except a lot. And then I've used this on the other one on here. So there is one sample there. And then I have this little 3x3 one. So they're all the different stamps that go like that. Here's a little tag with some of that bedazzling designer paper, specialty paper from Celebration. So, and this paper's from Celebration as well. And then this card here has the penguins just having fun in the snow. They're sledding, they're sitting, all that kind of thing. And this was done by Maureen. So thank you, Maureen, for the great card there. I love it. Now we're going to go over to here. Now, right here, this paper here is returning. So we had it last year. So if you notice this little red saying here, returning fave, it means we had it last year. So before you order it, make sure you don't already have it. And then we have this big background stamp. So because it's a big background stamp, this is at 50%, I believe, but here it is at 100%. So that is the stamp that was used to make the background on this one here. So it looks great in the background there. It was also used to make the background in this one here. So this stamp set, this star is from the annual catalog, but all of the rest is from the new mini. So I love how they can work together so well. Now, here is the Peaceful Place suite. This place is largely silver and white and black and some grays. And it's got, this is velvet paper that is absolutely gorgeous. Some great sequins, fabulous embossing folder. You saw me when I made the little lamb one the other day, the little sheep one. I used that. And so I have a sample here. This is let me turn the page and show you the stamp set up close here. So here it is here. And just even looking at the stamp set sort of seems so peaceful. And then there are the dies that go with it. Wonderful fonts and words. And here, this person has used the designer paper in the background here, and then the stamps and cut them out, and then the words here. An absolutely gorgeous, peaceful card. And that was from Hetty. So thank you, Hetty. And then I received this card here, and it's all the designer paper. That's all it is. And then some stamping on it for the greeting. You could add ribbon if you wanted. And this is from Joanne. So beautiful, beautiful. So those are two gorgeous cards made from that suite. And now let's keep going here. As you can see, it's a pretty neat catalog. So this bundle here, now that's the one that I was making. So that's the card that I swapped. I used that. So here it is with some of the copper in the background. And this is also a new embossing folder. It is called Time Worn, and it is really neat. This stamp is part of a word set that's coming up, so I'll show it to you there. So again, just lots of fun. So here's another card made with the same bundle. So there it is, but this is the celebration bedazzling paper here. So, and when I first ordered this bundle, I was also thinking of the Canadian maple leaf and making Canadian related cards. So I was thinking that there as well. So let's turn over some more here. Here is one that is just plain old fun. Now we call our backyard fence the squirrel highway because squirrels run on it all the time. They have so much fun. So there are a couple of cards here. So here is one using that. Now this is, if you'll notice, you can stamp the squirrel and then you can stamp this on top and get the coloring. It's already done for you. So by doing that. So that's just a fun stamp set. It's on its own. It's not part of a bundle. And this card opens this way, like that. And Cheryl made that card. So see how it opens like that? So there we go. That's that card. And I received another card, and this one is from Linda, and they actually, although they don't know each other, or I don't think they do, they made very similar cards. Look at this. They both open the same. So, like that. So, that's fun to see that happen. And so there are little tags here, and that squirrel definitely has personality. All right, let's keep moving along. This black gingham ribbon, oh, it looks so nice on that cabin card. And there's some glimmer paper back, but I better slow down here. And, oh, I think I missed one there. I missed one of my markers. So this paper here, my friend Joanne used, actually, you can only see a corner of it there, but here you can see it. It's, who would think of pink for Halloween? But she used it on this card here and then cut out one of the little bats. And there is a really quick Halloween card. I can see different people enjoying that. So that showcases that designer paper there. And now I will move on to the Harvest Meadow Suite. So this suite is absolutely gorgeous as well. And there again, if you wanted all of these, you could use the bundle number here. But this is where you find the Time Worn embossing folder, which has become one of my favorites. And let me just turn over the page so that you can see a better picture of the stamp set. And then the dies are here. So here's one of the cards that I have received. So this is very vintage looking, and the Time Worn is used here. Gorgeous. And this was from Joanne, I believe. Yes, Joanne that sent me that one. Here is one from Karen. So look at the same stamp. And look at how different it looks, used differently, different techniques. So you can get a lot of mileage out of one stamp set by just changing up colors and techniques. This one is just eye-catching. She embossed it with white and then die cut it out so that it is raised up on the black background and then the Time Worn in the background there. And here's one more. So here it is right here. And this uses the copper. So, and again, some of that nice lace. And so lots of neat ideas right there. And let's look at this page here. This page here, I love the fonts. I love the words. And that is where I got much gratitude for this card. You might look at this and think Christmas right off the bat, but you can make some adaptations, right? And so cheers could suit any time. Sending love could suit lots of different times. So you could use that for other purposes other than just Christmas. Then this bundle here is called the Sparkle of the Season bundle, and I really like it, again, because it's so versatile. So even looking at the samples, you can see how versatile it is. Here is one card that I made with that. So I've just sponged a few bricks in the background and then like that. And so I was pleased with how that turned out. So there are dies to cut out all these little things, which really are nice. And then I'd made one more. So this one here. And where did I get this idea? I got it from the index. So let me just show you back here. When you look at the index of your catalog, you also see lots more ideas. So here, that's where I got that card idea from. And you can see my notes there of what I was using. So that, remember the harvest dies and the Nature's Harvest bundle, there's another idea. So remember to use the index too. It is absolutely fabulous. And while I'm here, I just wanted to show you a few more, I'm going to bring this in, a few more wreath ideas that I was playing with. They're not made into cards yet, but here's one here. So that one would look better on white, wouldn't it? So there we go, like that. And here's a Christmas one. And then I've got a couple of fall ones, so you could use it individually or you could layer them up like that and add a bit of twine. And you've got a neat fall one. So there are all kinds of potential. So I'm still working on those ideas, but that gives you the idea. So speaking of index, do remember to look at the index at the back. When I first got this catalog, there were things I didn't notice in it until I was looking at the index. And one of those things was the embossing folders. It's hard to showcase them. So once you look here, it gives the page number and you can flip back and forth. And so there are also kinds of embellishments and different things you might have missed. Now, one last thing I want to share with you. Each Friday on my Facebook group page, I share a card layout for you to give a try. And I mentioned that this time the card layout came from this catalog. And the card layout was this card here. So I took how that card was laid out and I showed it to you like this in my group page, and some of you have been playing along, so I thank you. It is just so much fun. When you see it like this, then your mind can go all different directions, and then when you see it like that, it goes even more directions. So the catalog is a very, very useful creative tool, I think. So there you have my show and tell, sharing the samples. And I hope that has sparked some creative ideas in your head. I know that I am loving these samples, and I hope you did too. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.